this cemetery, I just want to say a couple things about it. Probably when, Roots came out in 1976 or whatever, I was in high school, and we had a project to do about your family tree. So I started digging into it, asking some questions, and it was the next year, 1977, I was 17 years old. And I'm asking my grandpa a lot of questions. We're down here visiting. We live in Indiana. So my dad and my grandpa, we come up to this cemetery. And at that time, the church was still sitting here, the old church. It was in pretty rough shape at that time. But we came in here, and my grandpa, he says, right over here is my dad, Jasper Porter. His dad and mom and four of his siblings are buried there. And then we walked right back here, and he says, here's my grandpa, Alex Porter, with his first and third wife.
That's my grandmother.
And then we walked over here, and he said, and here's his dad, Andrew Porter. And I stood here, and I realized, wow, there's 3 generations, me, my dad, my grandpa, and then 3 more generations. There were 6 generations here all at the same time. And it just seemed special at that time. I thought, I got to learn more about this. And so I started digging into it and asking questions. And then I found out that my grandpa had 2 uncles living, Harlan and Everett. And I went to visit them, and I was amazed, just listening to their stories. And then I found out that they still had 2 or 3 or 4 cousins living at that time. So I went around and visited some of them, and I took the tape recorder, and those recordings are posted online on the Carter County Gen website. But so many stories. I'd turn that tape recorder on, and Everett, he just, he told such great stories, story after story after story. And Harlan told such great stories. And so that's where, so much of this stuff came from, was talking to the old timers back then. So So again, I'm a great-grandson of Jasper, great-great-grandson of Alex, and third great-grandson of Andrew back there.